This is our home for sale at 35 Wood Canyon in Bisbee, Arizona. Bisbee is located in southern Arizona. It has a great climate. We're over 5,000 feet in elevation here, so we're much cooler than Tucson or Phoenix. But we have mild winters. And this is the parking lot. We have great parking here, which is unusual in Bisbee. Many homes in Old Bisbee have no parking. Oh. Okay, we're standing under this big elm tree here, and you can see that the garage is really big. The furthest section I used as a hay barn. I had horses here. This can be a horse property. There's a building on top of the garage, as you can see, and up there we have the house behind a big apricot tree. And as you can see, Wood Canyon is a canyon. And I'm just going to show you what the neighborhood looks like, because this is one of the nicest neighborhoods in Old Bisbee. So we're going up the steps to the house. You can see there we have a plum tree and a peach tree. And here's a view from our front yard. So here's more views from the front of our property. Those corral panels up there belong to us. Big cottonwood trees, my neighbors. We planted all of these Arizona cypress trees 36 years ago. So we're just doing a panoramic, my nearest neighbor down the street. Back up to the house. So this is the front door of the house. We've already walked through the front porch. And this is the living room. And give you a little tour of the living room here. As you can see, wood floors, or wood laminate floors. And the windows are all fairly new. They are all double pane glass. And this is a wood heater, very efficient, highly rated with the EPA. It's real clean burning. We also have a natural gas heater. Okay, and now we're going into one of the bedrooms, the larger of the two. You can see there's a closet on the left. And we're still in the process of remodeling some of these rooms. This is a nice big room. And it also has a really nice big walk-in closet. Going back out toward the living room. And I want to show you, there's a really sweet little pocket door right here that closes between. That way, if you just want to warm up the living room in the winter or the inside of the house, that's a big help. I think I mentioned earlier we're at a little over 5,000 feet here, so it stays fairly cool in the summer and fairly mild winters. We do get snow once in a while. Big country kitchen. Old-fashioned stove. And the floor is, it looks like saltillo tile. It's actually textured cement. We just love it. It's real easy care. And the floor is original maple. Most of the walls, ceilings, windows have been replaced and insulated. Here is our natural gas heater, which was purchased 2 years ago. It works great. This middle room can be used for whatever you want. It's got a fan on the ceiling, and it's got the same floors. And now we'll take a peek in the bathroom. Oh, I wanted to point out this is all beadboard original. It was original to the house. We cleaned it up, repainted it all. Original door with the window above it. This is the bathroom. And this is an old clawfoot tub that's been enclosed with more of that beadboard. And the last room to show you is the back bedroom. It's smaller. It has the same textured tile looking floor. It's nice and light, lots of windows. It's very quiet and peaceful back here. You don't hear the street, and you have a beautiful view of the garden through the bedroom window. We have our house for sale at 35 Wood Canyon in Bisbee, Arizona. This is a map that shows our property. There's lots of lines on the map, but it's actually 4 separate lots. You can tell that by the numbering. The property, the house just to the left, you can see has a much smaller piece of property. So we have a really good big piece of property here, and you can see where it says Wood Canyon. This is tax records that we received when we purchased this house in 1980. This is a Territory of Arizona tax receipt from 1908. So we know that the house is at least 108 years old. And this I thought was interesting. This is tax from 1911. And it lists under property that's being taxed, it lists a wagon, harness, and over here, 2 workhorses. Just thought this was really interesting. So this is a view of my backyard. And we have a huge agave plant. I have my friend Bonnie standing under it so that you can see just how big it is. It's huge. And then up beyond is a horse shelter and some corrals, which can come down. We'll probably take those with us. Okay. And then we have this lovely stone wall. It's all planted with roses. We have a desert willow and other really pretty flowers, and we have a natural spring in the backyard, which is really unusual in the desert. And I'm going to get a picture of that. And you can see we have columbine blooming close to it and some other pretty plants. I don't know if we can actually see the fish. Yeah. And this has water in it year-round. This old building is very old. The house dates back at least to 1908, so it's at least 108 years old. This is an outbuilding that could be used for something. It has a cement floor and it's kind of built into the hill, so it stays nice and cool in the summer. Picturesque old building with a wild grape growing on it. And our property goes up that hill. There's another outbuilding. This shelter back here was a shelter for my horse. It has a nice cement floor, and it would be easy to screen this in and make a nice little porch area back here. And you have some beautiful shade from an Arizona sycamore. So this is a view from the back of the house, and it's such a great view. We use this area as a corral for our horses. But I always thought it would be just great to put a little guest house up here or a yurt. Sorry, the panels are in the way a little bit. Little art studio. Get these great views. Because of the 4 lots, there's a lot of privacy. You feel like you're out in the country even though you're right in town. It's only a little over a mile walk to get to downtown with the galleries and great restaurants, museum, or there's a little Bisbee bus that stops right at the end of the street.